Hello everybody and welcome back to Melbury Estate multiplayer. As you can see, I've added the vintage tractor mod pack, the classic pack, into the server, and I've got the mower on the back here. I quite like to do a bit of verge mowing, and you can see Easy Rider is following us. I think that is actually the biggest tractor you can get in the DLC. It's not the best looking tractor, but it has a cab. I went for this one because I quite like the shape of it. It's nice and chunky, and also I think it's 4-wheel drive as well. Some of them are only 2-wheel drive. But there's a number of different implements you can get in the pack, and you've probably seen it already, you've probably even downloaded it. This is a free DLC. It's originally from FS13 where you had to pay for it, but Giants very kindly gave it away for free. They're now giving it away for free on the website, and I'll put a link below so you can download it and play with it yourself. It's actually a fantastic DLC because it's so detailed. And you also get a lot of different implements as well. It's not just tractors, you get lots of implements. Although they're very small, they're very rustic pieces of equipment. And that is what I like about the DLC. So today we're going to be using a couple of pieces of the equipment. We've got the mower for a start, and then we'll have the manure spreader. Love the look of the manure spreader, so give that a go. But you're probably wondering where I'm driving to. Well, I'm driving to somewhere a long way from the yard for a start, because I don't want to be anywhere near this laggy hotspot. It's really laggy around here. Okay, so this place here is far enough from the yard. Wow, that thing towers over you. Go away, modern equipment. We don't want the modern stuff. We just want the good old vintage stuff. So I'm not sure why a cultivator is followed, because we're not cultivating, but I think if I begin work here, we'll unfold the mower and we will turn it on. This should be interesting. Hopefully it works. Yeah, look at that. Now it won't get rid of the thistles and stuff, because that is a different grass type, but it's basically getting rid of the cuttable grass, which is on the verge there. Actually working really well. I'll try it in the field as well, because there's more cuttable grass here, not so many thistles. Should look more impressive. And I'm just going to do a close-up of the workings of this. You can see the belt there, the belt drive. It's a very simple design, but it works so well. You can see that. It's very well animated. Just got to mind the hedge. And also, the speed. We want to drop it right down low. That's better. Right, so if it doesn't lag too much, yeah, it's fantastic. I'm not quite sure where everyone else has gone. Easy Rider's still there cultivating, but the modern stuff's gone. Thankfully, we don't want too much modern stuff about. But I think even in this day and age, this mower is still handy. It probably is a bit more unreliable than the new stuff. You'll probably just go around with a flail mower, but it's still fun. I do like vintage tractors and vintage machinery, although I probably wouldn't want it to be just the vintage equipment, because the big machinery is amazing as well. They're both good in their own ways. The modern equipment is certainly very impressive. But once I've gone around this field once, we'll go around just the once I think, and then we'll go and pick up the manure spreader, the muck spreader. I would like to do a bit of work with it. I know it's not going to throw it very far, and it's not going to cover much area, but it's still going to be quite interesting to see, because I've never used it before. I have used this vintage tractor pack before, but never the equipment that comes with it. I think maybe a plough, and that was it. Go back down the western side of the field now, and it's doing such a fantastic job. I suppose the technology doesn't really change, because you can still buy these mowers for compact tractors, just the size of a full-scale tractor has changed. And of course the technology in them as well. This is fairly basic, but good for the time. I wouldn't mind doing this to every field, but I know it's just going to all grow back again really quickly in the server, and it will also take a very long time. Now you can do this actually up to a really fast speed. I'm doing it at 4 miles per hour, but if you really put your foot down, you can actually max it out at 7, which might be a bit too fast, I suppose, for this job. Just a little bit too fast. We've got a modern tractor over there now, doing a bit of drilling, I think. And that is this field completed. There's Easy Rider in the other vintage tractor. You can just about see over the hedge there. Usually you can see right over. Wouldn't mind having a look actually, just to see the quality of the work that is being completed by a vintage tractor. If I can find the entrance to that field. Or do we have indicators? We do. We do have indicators. Here we are then. So Steve's turned up with a massive grimy potato planter, and Easy Rider's just slowly cultivating the field. But actually not doing a bad job. There's a few bits missed, but pretty good. I would say for such a small cultivator, that is a really good job, because it can be quite hard with the small things. It can take a while. What was that? The brakes? It squeaked. Wow, that is in need of a bit of oil. The good old vintage tractors. I'm going to take this to the yard now, this mower. It's a finger mower, is it? That's the technical word for it. And I'm going to go and pick up the muck spreader, because that is actually a fantastic field for demonstrating on. So we don't actually have any manure. That is mainly because we don't have any straw bales. You can pick up the straw with the forage wagon, but most people don't do that. So that is why we have a lack of manure around. But that's not the end of the world, because we can go and get a different machine. In fact, you might even be able to get a slurry spreader. We'll just have to have a look. If we go to Slurry Tanks, we've got this one here. It's made of wood. Slurry spreaders improve the harvest of your field. So that should work. 30 horsepower power requirement. We will just check. We've got this one, 45 horsepower, so that's okay. So this is all of them. If you've never seen them before, this is all of our tractors. This is the other one we've got, and this is the one with the cab, most expensive one. And that is 150 horsepower, so quite a chunky size tractor that. This is the next one, 38 horsepower. Then this one, I think that one is two-wheel drive. In fact, I think these three are two-wheel drive, but I'm not too sure. And we've got these ones here. I've used the Deutz before, and I've used the Hurleyman before. I used the Hurleyman in the old Times map. Oh dear, I have caused chaos. Sorry everyone, sorry. Oh. This tractor is the same height as the front weight on that. Apologies. Oh no, it's like dodgems. Yes, it's Daggerwin is just sort of messing the yard up in his little runabout tractor where all these great big modern machines tower over the top. I feel so small. That's the other field that was messed up. I really don't know what's gone on with it though. I think what's happened is it's the same crop. It's all maize. Someone has actually planted, they've obviously driven around the field making funny shapes, but they've planted it at a different time to the rest of the field. They've gone over what had already been done. But it's a good job it was in maize and not another crop, because that would be a mess. When it's fully grown it should look fine. Easy Rider has managed to catch up with us. That tractor is considerably faster. Although really, for an old tractor, this one is still quite fast. Looks like we can get 20 miles an hour out of it. It's fluctuating. If we put it onto the cruise control, 19 it thinks the speed limit is, or the maximum limit is, which isn't bad. So here we are. There is our wooden slurry tanker. I am really looking forward to using this. Because we don't have the straw, it's not producing the manure, but it is producing the slurry. That is one good thing about it. It's one or the other. Wow, that thing is vintage. Seriously looking forward to this. And actually, the other machinery as well, all the other equipment. Just have a look at what we do get. We get a grain trailer. We get this tractor with the front loader. And I bought these two buckets, and they are so small. Wow, they are... It's something you might as well be using a shovel. That's probably why it's called a shovel. But yeah, not bad though. Interesting design. That is our maize harvester. And our plough, lembkin, the cultivator, our sowing machine, the fertiliser spreader, which actually looks quite modern. Doesn't look bad at all, that. The manure spreader, which we can't use today, but I'm hoping to. That's obviously what we've got now. That's the mower we've just used, that's a coon. The tedder, the windrower, or rake. I really want to use that. That is a fantastic tool. I might use that in a minute actually. I'll just hold on to that, I won't buy it yet. There's our bale loader, which I think would be fantastic for those mini bales we did. And there is our baler. Really want to use these pieces of equipment, they're fantastic. Obviously not that wheel loader, not the telehandler. And there's our miscellaneous water tank. Not bad. So looking forward to using all of these. I might have to start resetting stuff to field 1 because it takes quite a long time to drive up here in this small tractor. But let's go and fill this thing up. Field number 36 just back there is a field which has been rowed up. It's been cut and rowed up, but no one's actually touched it since. So that is actually a fantastic field for using our forage wagon on, the self-propel one. So I'd love to do that. I'd love to pick some of that up. With a bit of luck, no one will have touched the field by the time we get to it. It looks like no one has been there for a while, so we should be okay. I wonder if they can actually see me over the hedge. Probably not. It's just like this coffin going over the top of the hedge. Oh, chaos. Right, so there is a slurry refill point. Let's just reverse it into there. It's all opposite again. This thing is vintage. That's close enough. So that's refilling. So I'm going to go and take it up to that field where they were cultivating and planting before, the potatoes. I know you're not supposed to go and sow straight over where you've planted potatoes, but it's kind of just to try the mod out, because I've never really used it before. Okay, that is weird. Someone has cultivated over the potatoes, so they have gone, but that's actually better, because it means we're not going to have to put this over the potatoes. Let's turn it on. Sounds like someone going to the toilet. Or like rain or something. Come on, lag, keep going. So that is our spread width. It would take a long time to do this, but it's still a much more pleasant job than throwing buckets of slurry over the field. It's definitely an interesting mod. I don't know if I'll be using it too much more in the future, but certainly to try it out. It's a very fascinating thing. I can almost smell it now. I'm drawing up an audience. I'm not surprised. And that is us empty. So, definitely worth trying out. I don't know if we'll be keeping this, but it's a funny thing. In fact, I'll probably leave it for everyone else to have a go with. In the meantime, I would like to buy the loading wagon, that really funny one. Hopefully I get it before anyone else does. Quickly spam the tab button. Oh, that was it. There it is, right. So, again, never used this. This is a new experience for me. I didn't really play FS13 that much. That's the reason why. I played all the other ones. 08, 09, 11. 13? Not really. I didn't really play it that much. I was very busy with college work and stuff, so that was the main reason. But yeah, 15 is definitely a brilliant game. I have played 13. I think I've done about 50 hours of it. But I just never really got attached to it like I have with 15. So Field 36 is the field we're going to go to. If they're not there with the big X, it could be. No, they're not. Good. This probably won't take too long to fill, but everyone is, well, a few people are actually wanting to pick up some straw for the manure, Easy Rider especially, and this actually might be quite a fun tool to do it with, because all the others are trailed, but this one is self-propelled. I just need to find the entrance to Field 36. Some of them are quite hard to find the entrances to. And here we are in the field. It's actually fully grown since it's been done. I think it's because it was neglected so much. But let's make a start. It sounds like it's got a single cylinder petrol engine. It's probably not a very powerful thing. I'm going to stay in cab, I think. It's probably easier. I actually really like this. This is such an interesting and fun thing to use. I think it's mainly because it's a self-propelled forage wagon, and I don't even know if you can get them in real life anymore, full-size ones. I've never really thought of researching it at all. And with it being such a small and cute design, that's what makes it even more fun. It's like a little milk float. It's probably based off a milk float. We're full already. Wow. What a fun thing. I like this. I'm definitely going to leave this in the server so that everyone can use this for the straw and stuff. I suppose the big downside of it is the capacity. It's going to take a long time to clear a field, and I suppose if you're only going to pick up a bit of straw though for the cows, it's the perfect thing. I really like it. I'm going to trundle my way back to the main yard. And we'll probably go and tip this in the silage pits over where the sheep are. Steering isn't great. Slowly crawling my way through the undergrowth. It's so low to the ground. But it's got these chevron tyres on, so it must be quite hard to actually get it stuck. Look at that. We have to make our way through the forest, I think. It's not the easiest field to get to. I've probably gone the wrong way, actually. What I might try is putting it in the compost. Last time I checked this was full. I do need to add a mod to the server to be able to shift some of this compost, so this might not even work. But it's worth a try. If the lag will allow us to. No, it's full. Shame. I do want to use the compost. It's something I've never used, and it's actually ready to use now because someone has actually put the correct ingredients in there, which I could never do. So all we need to do is, I think, get those container things, and they're universal. You can put any crop in them, and it will allow us to move the compost. Sorry about this. Hazard on the road. Oh, what? Oh, seriously. It hit my milk float. Okay, so we are in the sheep farm. The sheep are around the back. And I suspect it's going to start synchronising in a minute or two. So with a bit of luck, we'll be able to get this done before it does that. But there's about 4 slots available, I think, so we could have a long synchronising session, which I really don't want to sit through. So if I can get this tipped quickly, that'd be great. Oh, seriously? Oh, I'm going to be sat here for 20 minutes. It wasn't too painful. I've had worse. But at least we can tip this here. I know it's chaff that is actually stacked there, but it converts it over, so it doesn't really matter. It's almost empty. Everyone is coming to watch. But thank you for watching, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Something a bit different with the vintage machinery. I know it's not what everyone wants to see, but I think it's nice just to try something different once in a while. So thank you for watching, and please do join me again same time next week for more on multiplayer Melbury Estate. Bye for now.